Here comes our front row. And the season underway here for season 15 of 4 as we are spreading out in the back. Field running 3 wide off of corner number 2 down the backstretch as everyone starts to spread out. Everyone's still in a big pack together. This is going to be par for the course today. We're going to see probably a lot of the draft. And the completion of lap 1. Give it to Strauss. Joining us down the booth is the czar of the iRacing broadcast booth is Justin Prince. Justin, good to have you here as Clindy drops to the bottom and nearly chops off Efting's front wing.
Bottom line seems to have the momentum in the corners, but that outside has so much ability to propel. Look at this 3-wide move, though, from O'Sullivan to use the draft and power by them both. These types of moves today are going to be commonplace at a track like this when you're more than 210 miles an hour. Dahlgren able to zip by both. It seems as though if you are behind someone on the bottom and get a pole, you can get it to work, but the problem's going to be then holding on to the lead with so much draft effect for these cars today.
Yeah, Soto's on a big haul. He's up 17 spots. He has found a good liking to this 2-mile oval. High speed. Oh, there's contact right there, and we're going to take out 2 cars, and we're under caution. And there's the big one. There is the big one. 4 cars involved, 5 cars involved a little bit. As I think Inch started bouncing around. We still got cars plowing into one another on the main straight.
Watch this. For Brewer, he's sending it down to the inside, but the 55 is trying to hug middle and is already lifting to prevent getting time with the car outside, and it stacks things up with Brewer coming up the track. Chaos reigns.
The defending series champion and his teammate, Jesper Dahlgren and Clindy, of course, the defending champion, they decided to come in and top off and get a new set of tires.
P1, 3, 4, and 5, all 10 Autosport cars as we now come to the green. And who's this with an incredible run on Julian? That's Fraser Clegg, who goes straight to the outside line, gets his track position nicely off the green flag. Altena's going to fight back and go through the middle of 3, actually, and get the place back off Christensen. And he's not finished yet, as Julian now goes back up into P3. Back to his starting position and overtakes Fiolas, but he's going to go for P2 here, guys.
And yeah, well, he's going to go for P1. He's going to the bottom, and he is going to clear his teammate. And again, teammates cooperating up front, not going to battle each other very hard here 20 laps into this race. And Julian to the point, O'Sullivan second, Law third, now Law second, O'Sullivan third. Clegg is in 4th and Fiolas in 5th, as we've already shaken up the top 5 already after 1 lap on this restart, Justin. It seems like these guys up front still are a little bit racy as we're going to go full walking down the backstretch.
That's a little bit of a bold cut to the inside. Clegg able to get the run. Altena just lucky. They get squished into the fence with that situation. Watch this on the slide up. Right here. Thought he was clear. Didn't clear. Altena actually scraped the wall and it goes offset 4 down the back.
You can't really do much when the 2 guys are working together. When you've got draft partners, it's power in numbers, isn't it? And I've been speaking to a couple of drivers pre-event here. Oh my word, that was mighty close, boys. Congratulations.
Just says it up there. I'm not quite sure Rise knew he was necessarily going to be there. It's a big run on the high side of Rise. Not much room because he's going to be pushing up the racetrack because he's getting the wash from the car directly in front of him. And there was 0 margin of error there.
Nicely done for Brewer, who's been able to recover very nicely here. He's the first driver, by the way, who pit on tires. He's doing what he did earlier, cutting through the field, and this is while having to get repairs done. He had an extra 6 seconds in the box compared to everybody else, mind you.
But watch this. O'Sullivan has to go to the inside, so we're coming in off of turn 3. We've got to get down to the apron. Again, very little banking, slippery down there, and watch this car. It's evil when you try to slow it down. Even with all of the downforce it's generating at that speed, that car was probably a handful, and who knows how much time he lost trying to come to pit road, but he at least made it on the pit road as he locks it up coming into his box. But now really just going to turn the lead over to Jesper and Clinton, but Matt Brewer has blinked out.
Black flag and he is as well.
Oh, and he is now has a black flag indeed as he sped coming to pit road.
I saw on my screen a car going very slowly as we've got a caution. I believe that was the car that I just spotted finding the wall.
Gets a good run going into 1 there, and Little bit of the chrome car with a chrome horn. Maybe the Rogue Racing guys playing a little strategy like, well, go ahead, Clindy, you go to pit road, get a new set of tires or get top off the tank, or do whatever it is you want to do. I'm going to hold these guys that are that were charging and that are going to be some of the big challengers all day long. I'm going to hold them down a lap.
Jesper's going to have a huge gap for the restart with a bunch of lappers in between.
But again, the leader's his teammate. And all those cars in front of him, they didn't come to pit road, whereas Clindy did. So Clindy's going to have the fresher tires. He might be able to run through some of those as we go green flag as everybody spreads out, including a car going to the grass in the back. Clindy goes all the way to the bottom underneath the white line.
As we now see him actually giving those places back because he went down below that apron, so it's fair play from Cronworth. Good to see that from him, but yeah, he's not messing about.
We got cars on pit road, leaders on pit road right now, 1 and 2 on pit road, scheduled stop, black flag, Bryce Saucier speeding on pit road.
Yeah, you see Saucier is trying to push as much as possible, was separated by about 7 car lengths to the 1. See, Cronworth took a little bit more conservative in the entry. Saucier tried to dig deep for it, just locked it up after.
Oh, Clindy. Wow, Clindy about lost it too. This is the 11th running of the California 400 here in the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Championship. Your defending series champion. Caution on the racetrack, by the way, and that is Amon Lal.
I think. Did he get help? Yeah, almost looked like it.
He got help. He got help.
Yeah. Same thing as Gavin Smith.
Yeah, right, same spot of the racetrack. You're absolutely right.
We would have said maybe 50 laps ago that this would have been a really tough race for them
to the back of the pack car into the wall. I think we have a missing front wing. It got repaired. Saucier, I believe, was damaged there. I'm not sure who went into the wall. That was Chris Rise.
This is getting really spicy. This is getting interesting. You know, we've had Matthias Strauss with a little bit of contact.
Fiolis.
And Fiolis as well with a bit of contact.
I see at least a left front on his flapping away, but that might have been, unfortunately, that might have been the break Jesper Dahlgren was looking for, but exactly what I thought. Here's contact all the way up to the racetrack. Katie Pollock forces Strauss up there. Strauss with just a little bit of a kiss against the wall.
Yeah, look at the replay, though. You see that little bit of an edge to the side pod. In the end, Strauss lucky he didn't scrape into the wall with the contact, then it just boiled over with the 3 wide you were referring to, Gary.
Just sliding up. Oh. And at some point in the race, you're like, come on, man. We're 142 laps into this thing.
We have another black flag, another entry black flag.
Black flag on entry, and that is going to take another one of our front runners out of the running as they will get a 40-second hold, and we'll watch the replay, JJ. You gotta hate it. I'm not sure where it is.
88 in turn 4.
Miriani. This is the dangers of coming in. Oh, big twitch coming down onto pit road into turn 4. Big twitch there. Caught it. An innocent slide to the inside, but that's going to be enough to bring the field to caution.
It'll be a wild ending as we're back underway already. Getting some side-by-side built up. Van Gastel on the inside. Here comes the run from the 7. Saucier. This is not for the lead. Saucier amongst those still pinned as a result of the time of the caution flags. Going to make things all the more interesting as Clindy's already going for the lead. Coming up here for the outside.
Here comes Liam O'Sullivan to the inside of Clindy. This is the battle for first going into turns 1 and 2. And again, I think everybody just might as well full send it here because a fuel save is not going to do you any good, really.
Gut instinct tells me Pim's going to
Look, Pim almost in the back of Clindy. Clindy had to check up. There was contact there with Saucier and Julian saves it, but it was almost an accordion all the way back to Pim Van Gastel, and that could have been big for our defending series champion, who's in the running for the win now. He almost had Pim Van Gastel as a backseater in an F-14 Tomcat. And they just touch Julian. Just kind of they're going for the same piece, and then he rolls out of it. Clindy's at full throttle. He had the roll out of it, and then Pim's at full throttle, and he has the roll out of it. And the big loser there actually is Pim.
Now at this point for Cronworth, It's an opportunity to be able to charge, and right now he's using the hybrid system, I think, as well, down this front straightaway to really dig here. He almost washed up into the wall. He was pushing so hard to the apex.
16 to go. Julian Altena, your leader. Clindy coming to pit road for his final stop right now. We're going to see how long Julian is going to. Pim Van Gastel coming to pit road this time, I believe. That seems like that's kind of what Julian is doing here. He's going to come in when the tank is dry.
Yeah, just waiting to see where it cycles, especially since the other drivers like Clegg have come in, Van Gastel's already come in, Saucier was around there, has already come down. But, oh my goodness, that was treacherous.
That is perfection if I've ever seen it. What a save. I'm sure it wouldn't be the fastest entry we've seen today, but definitely the most impressive. I'm sure he'll gain some fans for that one.
It just doesn't look like that the added weight of the hybrid here is making these tires friendly, and there goes Liam O'Sullivan to the lead. So the undercut works in the short run, but it only works, I guess, it's only about 16 laps into this thing, and we're cautioned.
Oh my goodness. This is huge. Another incident for the 88. This was right with the leader pit. Oh my goodness.
Watch as he comes across the grass here, and he's like, "Oh, I want to rejoin." He gets on the grass, gets on the power early, and does the wheel spin, and almost comes right up into the leaders.
I'm not even sure what to say. That is absolutely stunning. He is absolutely lucky he didn't collect 3-4 cars there.
Here we go. Green flag with less than 10 to go for the opener of season 15. Green flag is out. Julian, your leader. Liam O'Sullivan goes to the inside, and bringing him right with him is Matthias Strauss.
Got a better launch already, taking away the inside. Remember the issues we've seen with the 11 earlier. Now can O'Sullivan run, because Strauss, he's looking to fly and try and get this job done quick with the pole around the 11.
Jesper Dahlgren's already overtaken 3 cars. He's definitely making it clear his intentions here as he tries to make his charge to the front. But it's going to be extremely difficult to try and keep the cars behind you. I mean, at what point with the 2 VOR cars or Tenor Autosport cars, P1 and 2, at what point do you say, okay, every man for himself?
Christensen and Carpentier need to get out of the way with less than 10 to go to let the leaders on by, and they do. And that allows Jesper to move on by. As we are now 8 to go. Leader is Altena in the middle of the backstretch. Coming off the corner. Do we go caution? I don't think we go caution yet.
I'm wary, guys. Matthias is blinking out. He's look at him. He's not there. Now he is. Now he's not. Now he's there. I reckon this could be a potential recipe for disaster. We need to watch out for that. It's such a liability when you have someone where you don't know where he is.
Just like that. Exactly, just like that. We almost saw contact between him and Orman. Here we go into turn 3 and 4, and those two are going to go side by side. And Dahlgren actually now needs to get on by so he can stay in the draft with his teammates. So we got Altena Autosports versus Rogue Racing 2-on-2 tag team match in the main event here in the closing stages. 5 to go at Auto Club. Coming to 3 to go. Julian, your leader. Dahlgren second. O'Sullivan third, and here comes Clindy. We're in diamond formation going into 1 and 2.
Dahlgren trying to defend right now in the middle of the racetrack. Keep an eye on this run, though, for O'Sullivan, though. Set something up for the front straightaway with these two holding each other back. It almost looks like O'Sullivan is thinking about it, but doesn't want to risk a move in case he makes it to where he gets stuck on the bottom here with Clindy.
I mean, the 2
forget
to go.
Stress here, guys. He's sort of lurking in the background, and I reckon if something were to kick off, if a checkup were to happen, Matthias Strauss is in that perfect position to just pick up the pieces, say thank you very much, and walk off with a win. But you know, with the caliber of driver at the front end of this field, as we got more taps on the outside wall, everyone is using every inch of their entry fee. No one is leaving anything out on circuit, as we see Altena and Clendy giving a hip and a budge and an elbow and you name it as he tags the wall.
Julian. So now it's going to come down between Orman and O'Sullivan. White flag in the air, I believe, and we got 2 miles to go here at Auto Club Speedway in the opener. Season 15, and it's going to come down just like every other race here down to a photo finish off of 2, side by side. Orman down low, O'Sullivan up high, and I gotta believe O'Sullivan's gonna have the momentum on the high side. Orman wants to force him up a little bit. 3 and 4 for the final time. The turn from home. Checkered flag is out. Orman to the front. He's gonna go to the bottom. Here we go at the line. Orman.
My word, what a finish. This place never seems to disappoint.
As Jesper Dahlgren, Jesper Orman, the two-time champion of this series, all-time winner in the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Championship, gets another win, 400 miles at Auto Club Speedway by 11 hundredths of a second. 11 hundredths of a second. That's 0.011. That is your margin of victory. And again, much like the last 6 races here, pretty standard fare. Another close finish here to open the season. Auto Club Speedway, the former Auto Club Speedway at the foot of the San Gabriel Mountains there. And there you got it. Jesper Orman with the win, 20th career win here in the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Championship. Liam O'Sullivan, so close to another win here, comes home second. Clindy, defending series champion, starting defense of his series championship with a good, solid finish, third here. Podium. That's going to bode well for him. I'm sure he's going to enjoy that to start his campaign. Then we got Strauss, as you mentioned, with a good fight to come back to 4th. Julian Alten in 5th. Then we got Fraser Clegg, who, started his first race here, kind of an unknown coming into this series. And a rookie in the series, comes home 6th, top 10. That's a great way to start your Velocity Online racing career, with a top 10 finish in a very long race and a very challenging race here for season 15. Pim Van Gastel, as high as actually led some laps here today, comes home 7th. Saucier, man, if it just wasn't for speeding on pit road, probably could have been a bit of a different day for Bryce. Comes home 8th. Christensen, another top 10 for 44 Nation. He comes home in 9th, and Patrick Silvazzi very quietly comes home in the 10th position.